This looks like it's going to be really exciting.
Well, I am excited about it, Em, but I'm also excited about hearing that feedback. And can I just say straight up, if the feedback involves giving the commentators some feedback on their performance, be kind, folks. We're doing our very, very best. Um, I know that everybody's a critic, and a lot of people out there listening think they could do a much better job, and they probably can. But I can tell you this: would you have as much fun though as Em and I are having right now? I don't think so. We're having a lot of fun, and we just hope that you're enjoying listening to our coverage of the World Championships. And as you say, Em, this is the women's 1,000 metres. It's an absolute slog for these athletes. I'm excited to see the approach that these athletes will take to this race, but there's some big names. This is going to be a good race, this one.
Absolutely, and they're off already. They've got about 3 minutes, 50 seconds or so worth of paddling ahead of them, so it is absolutely brutal. But they, again, much like the other races, they look to get the boat up and running and then as quickly as possible settle into that efficiency. Keep your eye on lane 5. We've got Chikos from Hungary. She's having a phenomenal year. She's just won European gold in a really fast time, just nearly dropping under the 3:50, 3 minutes 50 seconds. She got silver in both the World Cups in this event. So you can see there, she is absolutely the athlete to watch. Next to her in lane 6 from Spain, we've got Pedrucheva, and she got bronze at the Europeans. So also an athlete to watch. But you can see they're just looking to settle in. Chikos always looks like she's putting down more effort on every stroke. Not quite as smooth and as efficient as some of the athletes. The athlete from individual neutral athlete in lane 3 is also pushing up there. We are looking for the first one, Ross, straight through to the final. Everyone else will have to go again in the semis.
And you would think on available form that Chikos would be an absolute mozza to win this race, and she has gone out as you would expect and has already put a couple of boat lengths on the rest of the field. So it'll be interesting to see what her mindset is now. She's got herself into a nice rhythm. She's looking very calm on the water. Obviously, she'll have no idea at this stage how close the people are behind you. I guess in this situation, Em, they're relying a lot on their support crew who are riding the bikes along the banks of the water here and shouting out instructions. I guess they're listening out for the coach to tell them whether there's anybody who's looking a threat, whether they have any other intel that the coach can pass on. But Chikos at the moment has well and truly got this race under control. The Hungarians, of course, have a great record in the 1,000. The Hungarians and the Australians are the ones that have dominated it in recent years. But I reckon that this time round, this year, there might be a New Zealander who has something to say about it, and also a Swede who might have something very, very strong to say about how this will play out. It's going to be a great competition, the women's K1 1000. It's not an Olympic event. Hopefully one day it will be, because I love the 1,000. But there is quite a big gap, I do have to say, between the very, very best and the rest of the field, and you can see that how strung out they are. But look at Chikos out in front there. She's looking you can hear, if those who have got very, very good hearing, you'll be able to hear the support staff, the coaches. They're very talented. Not only can they ride a bike, but they can shout at the same time. And anybody who's ever come across a cyclist on a city road, they're very good at shouting. And now the cyclists are shouting out instructions here to their athletes here, letting them know what's going on.
Yeah, and you can see Chikos there really just stretching that lead, looking very, very comfortable. That winter work really paying off as she kind of uses that efficiency and that endurance. Babashinskia over in the lane 3 from the individual neutral athletes, also putting the pressure on. I think you're right, Ross, the coaches on the side are able to kind of send some messages across. I think in my event, the 200, it's just noise. All I hear is noise. But I think in these longer events, maybe their coaches can impart a bit more knowledge. But it's looking like a very strong race here for Chikos from Hungary in lane 5. And she looks like she's going to secure that top spot. Now looking able to settle in and just see that finish line and keep that boat moving really, really nicely.
Yep, should be pretty happy with this as a hit out, just cruising down. She hasn't had to use too much petrol It's really been a bit of a stroll in the park for her. Midweek stroll on the water, a Wednesday romp. Emma Wiggs on the water for Zoka Chikos there, getting the job done comfortably, moving through to the final, and now she'll get a chance to sit back and watch the rest of the competition. And I mean, there's some big races coming up. She'll be able to watch safe in the knowledge that she's done the hard work and that she will be safely through to seeing some finals action.
Yeah, and I think, you know, don't be fooled by Pedrula from Spain. You know, I think she knew that she was up against it for that single spot through to the A final. So it looks like she potentially nailed her start and then just kind of settled back, knowing that she was going to have to go again in the semis. It was going to be a bit too much to chase down Chikos now. So holding a bit in the tank, looking to save a bit for the semi and then hopefully the final, where I expect she'll be much, much closer than she was just now.
All right, so that is the first of the women's K1 1000 done and dusted. I'm very much looking forward to this second race because, well, let's get confirmation first. There we are. Chikos first, Babashidze